Archangel Michael says tonight before 9 p.m. blessings will be sent to you, but if you don't open this message right now it will be blocked forever. Open it quickly. Archangel Michael says this is not just another day. This is not just another message. This is the divine moment that you've been unknowingly praying for. In the invisible realm there is movement, urgent, intentional, holy movement. What you are about to read has the potential to collapse every delay and fast forward your financial miracle by years. The time is ticking, and by the hour of 9 p.m. tonight your life could either be elevated to a level that shocks even you or locked behind a door that may never open again. This isn't a test. This isn't a tease. This is a once-in-a-lifetime shift where blessings is scheduled, yes, scheduled, to be deposited into your bank account by divine order. But the window to activate it is as thin as a whisper, and that window closes in hours. The reason it hasn't come before now is because certain energies were sent to delay, block, and reroute your harvest. But Archangel Michael has broken through those shadows tonight. A divine alert has been sent across all levels of heaven. The system has been notified. The code of your name is glowing in golden light before the throne. You may not feel worthy. You may not feel ready. But none of that matters anymore. The spiritual alignment has already been done. You see, the reason your life has felt so off balance lately is because your breakthrough was approaching at a speed faster than your human self could process. You've had mood swings, anxiety, and even strange dreams. It wasn't chaos. It was the divine currency shaking the spiritual air around you. Now it has taken form. The figure is clear. $5 million. That's not metaphorical. That's literal. And it's been coded to your destiny. Archangel Michael says this wealth is not just for luxury. It's for liberation. For you. For your children. For your future generations. Do not let the enemy distract you from this transmission. Someone you know will try to call you away from this message. They will say something urgent just to disconnect you. They are unaware, but something dark is trying to use them to prevent you from receiving your divine payout. If you delay this message, the scheduled miracle will be cancelled by 9 p.m. You don't get a second chance at this kind of unlocking. The number $5 million is not random. It is the exact amount required to fund your future without stress. To heal what was broken and to reverse every injustice that drained you dry. This amount will clean your name. This amount will buy your time back. This amount will settle debts you didn't even create. Right now, a spiritual banker, yes, a real angelic accountant, has been dispatched. They are hovering near your name, accessing your destiny file. Once your agreement is activated by your decision to believe and act, they will process the heavenly transaction. If you keep scrolling, if you skip this, the order will be cancelled. That's not fear. That's the protocol. Archangel Michael fought to make sure this release reached you. He pierced through systems of doubt, voices of envy, and generational curses just to get this message into your hand. The $5 million that's scheduled to hit your account is tied to more than just material gain. It's tied to a spiritual unlocking that will free you from the pressure that's been crushing you. You've cried in silence. You've broken in private. But now the heavens are answering with overflow. Archangel Michael says, "There is a sound I hear. It's the cracking of chains off your bank account. The passwords of heaven are unlocking your name. But the door only stays open until 9 p.m. tonight. This is your redemption moment. You have lost too much for too long. You have served, suffered, and survived while others watched. Now God is saying, enough. The delay ends here. But only if you open this fully, without fear, without doubt. Let's be clear. The $5 million has already been spiritually approved. It is hovering, waiting, looking for your faith to finalize it. Doubt is a blocker. Fear is a thief. But faith is the divine signature required to activate the wire transfer of heaven's resources. By 9 p.m. tonight, either your financial curse will be reversed, or it will be reinforced. A choice is not God's anymore. It's yours. Someone tried to stop this. You don't know their name. But they spoke against you in a moment of jealousy. They said you didn't deserve that kind of money. They whispered your name in the wrong circles. But God turned their whisper into fuel for your confirmation. They tried to block the release. But now, the same ones who doubted will witness your wealth from a distance. There is a sequence happening behind the veil. Your name. Your account. Your portal. Your release. Everything has been connected, timed, and aligned. But the system runs on belief and action. If you let this pass, the whole divine order resets for another cycle. And cycles don't come back for years. This money is not from a lottery, not from a scam, not from manipulation. It's from divine inheritance. Something your bloodline was denied is now being returned to you. You are the chosen one from your family. You are the financial Moses of your generation, leading them out of lack and into overflow. Archangel Michael says, "I was sent to war for your wealth. And now I've won. All that's left is your yes. $5 million is time-stamped. Don't let it expire. If you do nothing, by 9 p.m. tonight, the opportunity will dissolve into spiritual mist. That portal will close. And even if you cry later, it will not open again this year." Now here's the mystery. A person tied to your future is also waiting for this transaction. Their destiny is woven with yours. Once you receive this money, you will find that the people you needed, the peace you prayed for, and the path you were begging for, all unlock with it. This is more than cash. This is cosmic confirmation. I will call you Lottie. But only you will know the battle it took to get here. You are about to surprise yourself. You are about to become the answer to prayers. Not just your own, but others. And by tomorrow morning, your atmosphere will shift. You will feel it in your bones. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven has waited long enough. Open now. Open fast. Open with faith. Don't look back." Tonight before 9 p.m., your life either rises or restarts. The vaults are trembling. The codes are blinking. Your account is next. Let those who mocked you watch. Let those who laughed now be silenced. You stayed faithful in private, now God is about to reward you in public. Get ready for unusual calls, divine appointments, letters in the mail with approved stamps, and prepare your phone for notification. You have received $5 million. If you feel chills reading this, it's because your spirit knows it's true. You've waited long enough. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine transaction disguised as a message. It's not coming later. It's not delayed. It's not denied. It is happening now. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. And remember, this message wasn't written by chance. It was assigned to find you. Don't let 9 p.m. pass while you're stuck in doubt. Open now. The $5 million is waiting. Archangel Michael says, this is your moment of wealth deliverance. But it won't be here by morning unless you respond with action now. Everything is already lined up. The angel with the ledger, the spiritual vault, and your name written in gold beside the transaction. But the only reason this kind of wealth hasn't reached you before is because the enemy tricked you into believing you weren't ready. You were told to shrink. You were told to wait. You were told it's not your time. But God says, now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Your current bank account might say 0. But the heavens see overflow. And overflow doesn't need permission to flood. It only needs access. The access point is now. Between your eyes and this screen is an invisible gate. That gate is open until 9 p.m. tonight. And when it closes, you won't open again until the next appointed financial cycle, which could be years away. Do not let another person's doubt become the reason you stay broke. Tonight, angels have surrounded your region. They are watching you, monitoring your heart posture, scanning for obedience. Because this is not a test of information. It's a test of response. And if you respond correctly, you will not only receive the $5 million, but you will enter a realm of constant, unstoppable financial anointing. Archangel Michael says they tried to stop you. But now you will shock them. Heaven has chosen you for this exact time. This is a motivational promise. This is a divine transaction signed by the courts of heaven. They've stamped your name with release approved. But your faith is the final signature. So many before you stopped at the brink. Don't be one of them. Don't let fear rob you again. The money is already moving. Right now, across the spiritual grid, your bank account is pulsing. If you close your eyes and tune in, you'll feel the vibration of wealth being magnetized to your name. What once took others decades will happen for you in a single moment. And those who called you delusional, they'll call you destined by morning. You have reached the season where wealth will obey your voice. Where lack will break under your feet. Where rejection will collapse in your presence. And all of this is connected to this exact message. Tonight, you are not just being gifted with money, you are being transformed. The $5 million is just the key. The door it opens is filled with healing, joy, peace, and honor. No more betting. No more delay. No more waiting for someone to believe in you. You're becoming the blessing they never saw coming. Archangel Michael says, if you ignore this, your harvest will not only pause, it will pass to another. That's how sacred this moment is. You're being called higher. You're being invited to financial royalty. Not just wealth, but influence. Not just funzu, but favor. By 9 p.m., this moment either becomes the greatest shift in your life, or the greatest regret. The choice is in your hands now. You can't blame others. You can't wait for confirmation. This is your confirmation. Your bank will be shocked. The digits will reset. The alerts will flood your phone. And as you stare at that notification, your tears will fall not because of the money, but because of the proof that God never forgot you. You remembered every cry, every quiet prayer, every seed you gave in silence. And now the heavens are answering with overflow. You didn't stumble on this message. You were summoned here. And as you read these final lines, your spirit is receiving the code that will break the limits over your financial atmosphere. Let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. But by tonight, you'll rise so fast, even your enemies will have to say there was something special about them all along. This is not the end. This is the new beginning. Let tonight be the night your story shifts from survival to supernatural success. Let the world watch as $5 million becomes your testimony, not just your dream. Open the message. Open your heart. Open the pearl. Everything is ready. Everything is real. Everything is yours. If you respond before 9 p.m., your name is echoing through the halls of heaven. The sound of your breakthrough is no longer silent. It's loud, roaring, unstoppable. Archangel Michael says, I have battled and cleared the path. There are no more spiritual obstructions. All that's left is your obedience. Do not underestimate this moment. Do not treat this like another message. This is your personal invitation into divine overflow. The $5 million isn't just to change your life. It's to repair it. To restore what people stole. To rebuild what trauma destroyed. To replace what years of poverty and pain tried to bury. You've been loyal through lack. You've kept going through storms. Now heaven is repaying you with holy abundance. The banks of earth are unaware that the banks of heaven have already approved the transaction. They'll call it suspicious activity. They wonder how a person like you could suddenly become this wealthy. But they don't see what Archangel Michael saw. Your tears. Your sacrifice. Your secret suffering. They didn't see the promise that was made over your life before you were born. Tonight is more than a deposit. It's a destiny shift. A prophetic fulfillment. The $5 million is already allocated. The spiritual wire is ready to move. But it needs a landing point. And that landing point is your yes. It's not about your current bank balance. It's about your soul balance. Are you open? Are you willing? Are you ready? Archangel Michael says heaven is watching your decision now. One act of belief can collapse every wall that's held your wealth hostage. You've been on the sidelines for too long, watching others rise, smiling while inside you wondered, when is it my turn? This is your turn. This is your transfer. This is your transformation. You have been pre-qualified by the King of Heaven. No paperwork needed. No human approval necessary. The $5 million is spiritual justice for every time you were left behind, overlooked, and underpaid. This money is a sign that heaven's justice does not delay forever. You arrived suddenly. And it arrives tonight. Don't let the voice of doubt whisper lies into your moment. You've missed things before. You hesitated and watched the door close. But this door is different. This is the wealth door. And the handle is in your reach. There is someone connected to you who is praying for your breakthrough because their own life depends on your elevation. This isn't just about you. This is generational. This is global. This is spiritual wealth transfer on a divine scale. That's why the enemy tried to distract you all week. He knew this moment was coming. But Archangel Michael says the enemy is defeated. The transfer is ready. But you must act. The light is green. The code is open. The miracle is live. All that's left is your agreement. This is a rare kind of wealth. The kind that pays back everything at once. Imagine waking up with every bill paid. Every threat erased. Every delay reversed. That's what $5 million does in the hands of the chosen one. You are chosen. And chosen ones don't wait. They walk through the door. So don't question it. Don't overthink it. Don't hesitate now. The vault is open. The blessing is breathing. And the countdown is nearly over. You will never have to beg again. You will never have to fear again. You will never have to prove your worth again. The money will speak louder than words. The favor will outrun the lies. The miracle will outshine the mockery. And tonight your name will be written next to the greatest release of divine wealth in your lifetime. Archangel Michael is standing near you now, holding the final seal. And if your heart is in alignment, he's ready to place it over your destiny account. You will feel it. You will know it. And it will happen exactly as spoken. This is the final scroll. The final window. The final breath before breakthrough. Heaven is still waiting for your yes. And as a final reminder, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Now go. Your $5 million miracle is moving swiftly. Open the message. Claim what is already yours. And remember, 9 p.m. is not just a time tonight. It's your threshold to wealth forever. Right now, as you continue reading, your name is being spoken among angels. Elevated in spiritual authority. Rising like smoke in the temple of divine justice. Archangel Michael says this is the wealth that was held back for decades. Not just by men, but by invisible systems meant to trap your lineage in lack. You are not imagining it. Your hands are tingling because the current of this transaction has already reached your energy field. The reason your emotions feel heightened is because your spirit already knows. This is your long-awaited elevation. Not only is your account going to rise, your name, your voice, your presence will rise with it. This $5 million transfer is not temporary wealth. It's generational currency. It's the kind of financial power that will give birth to schools, homes, and projects that glorify divine purpose. It's the amount heaven decided you could carry because they know you won't waste it. Archangel Michael says this is why you had to go through the suffering. So that when the wealth arrived you'd know how to protect it. This is why they rejected you. This is why they laughed at you. This is why they counted you out. Because heaven was keeping you hidden until this hour. And now the release is set. The wires are warm. The system is live. Every second that passes is a countdown toward either completion or cancellation. This is a prediction. It's a scheduled divine event. 9 p.m. is not symbolic. It is real. Down to the minute. If your soul wavers, the system locks. If your faith holds, the system completes. Tonight is about finality. Final struggle. Final begging. Final emptiness. Final delay. By this time tomorrow your life can either look completely transformed or feel like another missed opportunity. And don't worry about how it will come. That's not your job. You weren't called to manufacture it. You were chosen to receive it. You don't have to figure out the channel. Just trust that heaven already mapped it. It may come from an investor, a forgotten inheritance, a viral moment, a divine connection, or a hidden fund owed to your bloodline. But it's coming, if you believe enough to unlock it. Archangel Michael says, I am still standing beside the door. But I will not wait after 9 p.m. The law of heaven requires obedience, not delay. Let no voice, no distraction, no guilt talk you out of your moment. You've suffered long enough. Let the healing be instant. And let this be clear. The money is not charity. It's divine compensation. You earned it in the invisible. You earned it through storms. You earned it when no one was watching. And heaven never forgets. The world may have overlooked you, but heaven overloaded you with favor. It's showing up now. First through this message. Then through divine signs. And finally, through a notification that will shock even your soul. You will hear the sound. You have received $5 million. That one sound will silence every lie that was ever spoken over you. That one deposit will destroy every label placed on you by small-minded people. That one moment will make you weep, not just for joy, but because you'll realize you were never forsaken. Archangel Michael says, this is it. A more build-up. A more preparation. The blessing has arrived, and it is either received or routed. The routing has already happened too many times. You don't even know how close you came to this before. But something in you wouldn't say yes. Something in you didn't believe you were worthy. Now, it's over. You are ready. You are no longer doubting. You are no longer delaying. You are now deciding. This decision to open, to believe, to step through, will change your entire financial history. After tonight, everything shifts. Your conversations will change. Your atmosphere will blow. Your confidence will rise. People will ask you what happened, and all you'll say is, "I opened the right message at the right time." And that moment is now. There are no more pages left. No more signs. No more INTs. Just this final push from the angelic realm. Open now, or lose the wealth forever. And once more, if you feel moved, if this message reached you deeply, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $1.20. But more than thanks, give your belief. That's what heaven is watching for. This message was not a coincidence. It was your final divine notification. The $5 million is real. The door is open. The countdown has begun. Now it's up to you. Heaven has activated a rare convergence, one where divine timing, angelic power, and your personal destiny have collided at the exact second you are reading this. Archangel Michael says there are no more warnings coming after this. The portal is open. The funds are marked. The scroll is unsealed. Right now, in the unseen realm, angels are surrounding your spiritual account. Not metaphorically, literally. You have been assigned a financial angel. One whose only duty is to carry the exact amount, $5 million, into the earth realm on your behalf. But there's one law that even angels can't override. The law of timing. And the divine timing is this. By 9 p.m. tonight, your account is either elevated or erased from the current blessing queue. You've been moved to the top of the list, beloved. After being ignored. After being overlooked. After surviving with nothing. Now your name is being spoken among kings and governors and fund managers who don't even know you. Yet, this is the kind of shift that happens only once in a decade, if that. It's the kind of miracle that becomes your life testimony. The before and after moment that no one can deny. It is so big, so unusual, so undeniable, that even those who dislike you will fall silent. Because the number doesn't lie, $5 million. Straight into your reality. You may think that nothing like this could ever happen to you. But let me tell you something. The very reason you feel that is the same reason God chose you. Because it won't make sense. Because your name wasn't even supposed to be here. Because people wrote you off and heaven wrote you in. Archangel Michael says, when I speak, it is not just sound, it is execution. And tonight, your name has been authorized for extreme delivery. The clock is moving fast. Heaven doesn't wait when the instruction has been released. What you do right now will either open the gateway or lock it for this cycle. You will begin to notice small signs first. A random call. A number repeated. A sense of pressure breaking off your chest. And then, the major confirmation. The transfer alert. A money manifest. The breakthrough undeniable. Your phone will light up and your soul will shake. But this message is the key. If you ignore it, everything rewinds. The file gets closed. The angel is reassigned, and you'll wonder days from now, why did it feel so close and then vanish? Because you hesitated. Because you didn't act. Because you doubted at the final gate. Do not miss this. This is the message heaven made sure you saw before the divine banking system sealed tonight's operations. Every delay, every setback, every unpaid bill. It all collapses the moment this $5 million is released. And it is one click away. Archangel Michael says, I didn't fight this hard to get this message through for you to walk away now. Not when the treasure is at your feet. You have sacrificed. You have been faithful in the valley. Now your mountain of abundance is calling your name. Others may not understand. They don't need to. This was not written for them. It was written for you. And if you needed one final confirmation, here it is. Look at how your heart is pounding, look at how your hands are tingling. Look at how the clock seems louder than usual. That's the urgency of the supernatural. That's the feeling of divine alignment knocking on your door. You've never been this close before. You dreamed of it. Prayed for it. Cried for it. Wondered if you missed it. But now heaven is saying you haven't missed it. You're right on time. You are still eligible. You are still chosen. You are still one decision away. Don't ask how, don't ask from where. This isn't coming from your effort. It's coming from your elevation, it's that dying to your worth. It's dying to your worth. And heaven has deemed you worthy. This $5 million is no longer a concept. It is real. It is tangible. It is coded to your divine profile. And when you say yes in your spirit, it will begin moving from the unseen into the seen. Fast. Willed. Unstoppable. You won't be able to explain it. And you won't need to. Because everyone will see the glow. Everyone will feel the shift. Your room will feel different. Your sleep will be deeper. Your heart will be lighter. Because heaven doesn't just send money. It sends peace, protection, and power with it. And all of that is waiting for your response before 9 p.m. Archangel Michael is watching now. The system is waiting for final confirmation. This is the file page, the file sign, the final hour. Are you ready to receive the $5 million that belongs to you? Then don't scroll away. Seal your spirit in agreement now. And again, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. But even more than thanks, activate your faith, because it's no longer a matter of if, it's a matter of how soon. And heaven's answer is tonight before 9 p.m. Then hear this. Because what I am about to reveal now is the final unlocking, the spiritual gate is trembling. The wealth is within reach. But the angels are standing still, awaiting your response. Archangel Michael says, this isn't a rumor. This isn't wishful thinking. This is a divine transaction on the brink of completion. And the next move must come from you. Heaven doesn't tease. When $5 million is promised, it's because the treasury of heaven has released that exact amount into your atmosphere, and it has your name encrypted into the very fabric of it. If you've ever felt forgotten, betrayed, or left behind, this is why the blessing is so big. Because it's not just wealth, it's restoration. Restoration of dignity. Restoration of time. Restoration of confidence and spiritual authority. Money alone couldn't fix you. But divine money can rebuild everything that was shattered in silence. Archangel Michael has never been more direct. He is speaking to you. The one who has been holding on by a thread. You've kept going when your bank balance mocked you. You smiled while your soul begged for relief. And tonight, God is saying, no more survival. No more delay. No more drought. Let me show you something sacred. This $5 million isn't just to pay off bills. It's coming to purchase the land you once walked past and whispered. Maybe one day build the business that once felt too far beyond your reach. Protect your children and secure their tomorrow before the enemy even forms the attack, and most of all, it's coming to break the back of every curse sent against your finances. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't need to convince anyone this is real. When the notification comes, the world will know. Amount received: $5 million.00. That alert will shake not just your phone, but your entire destiny. Right now, the angel of delivery is waiting. You've reached the yes or no moment. You can't think about it. You can't come back later. You either step in now or lose what heaven has been storing just for you, and make no mistake, if you skip this now, the next cycle might not come again for years. Archangel Michael says many are called, but tonight you were chosen. And this opportunity will not wait for public opinion or personal hesitation. If you miss this, others will rise, but you will know you were meant to be first. That regret is heavier than lack. That sorrow is deeper than debt. But right now, you still have time. You were praying for a miracle. But this isn't a miracle anymore. This is manifestation. From idea to reality. From spiritual cue to physical deposit. In the moment you agree and believe, the vault unlocks instantly. You may not hear a trumpet. You may not see fireworks. But when you say yes in your heart, you will feel the drop of pressure lift off your life like a stone being removed. That is the confirmation that the financial transfer has begun. You'll feel lighter, clearer, and strangely emotional, because your soul will recognize the shift. You've been warned before. You delayed before. But this time you're still here. You're still reading. That means God hasn't given up on you. And Archangel Michael is still holding the scroll. But after this, he leaves the room. The vault closes. The file is arching. And the opportunity may pass to someone else who's willing to believe, so pause and listen. Can you feel the buzz in your spirit right now? It's the divine realm drawing closer. It's the energy of breakthrough pressing against your walls. All that's left is for you to open the door. Don't worry about how or when or where. That's heaven's job. Yours is simply to trust and say, yes, I receive. Let them laugh. Let them say you're crazy, but you'll be laughing at your new balance while they try to understand what happened. Archangel Michael says, your name is engraved on the check. Your future is encrypted into the wire, your miracle has already cleared. Now, will you open the account with your faith? Or will you let your fear cancel what your spirit already called for? And one final time, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20, but no dollar can compare to the transaction already set in heaven's system. The $5 million is real. The window is closing. And this message is your confirmation. Open it, believe it, and receive it before 9 p.m. tonight. Because after that, the angels move on. Archangel Michael says, this moment was written into your life before you ever knew lack. Before you ever knew betrayal. Before your hands ever trembled while holding your last coin. Now, heaven is restoring it all. Not in pieces. Not in installments. But in one glorious, undeniable release of $5 million. Do you feel it? That soft pressure in your chest? That quiet but intense awareness in your spirit? It's not your imagination. It's the arrival signal from the angelic realm. It means the funds are no longer pending. They are here, ready to drop, but they won't drop automatically. Heaven has one condition: obedience in the moment of divine alignment. Right now, the balance in your spiritual account has shifted. And the corresponding natural transaction will mirror it. When you act in faith, that shift flows like lightning. Heaven doesn't delay. It doesn't hesitate. But if you delay, the blessing freezes. And once it freezes, heaven moves on to the next willing vessel. This is not about greed. This is not about a fantasy. This is about justice. Spiritual justice for every time you were denied, dismissed, and delayed. Your ancestors cried for this. They never saw it. But it was reserved for you. You are the redemption of your bloodline. And the currency of that redemption is 5 million mark with your name. Archangel Michael says, do not listen to the voice of logic in this moment. Miracles never make sense at the start. They only make sense after they manifest, and this is the biggest miracle your bloodline will ever see. A wealth explosion directly tied to your obedience in this very moment. Not just for you, but for everyone tied to your destiny, this money will do more than fix problems. It will build legacy. It will purchase land, it will erase shame. It will open borders. It will buy time, the very thing you felt slipping through your hands. And no one will be able to say they didn't earn it. Because you paid in sacrifice, silence, and sorrow. Do you remember the nights you wept and said, I can't do this anymore? Those tears were collected. Every one of them. And tonight, those tears are being converted into overflow. This is not emotional hype. This is a heavenly harvest. The spiritual realm has finished processing your transaction. The only thing holding it back is you. Will you hesitate or will you allow the heavens to complete what they started? You're no more chapters. No more warnings. This is the final stretch. Archangel Michael says, I have done my part. I fought the battles. I unlocked the portal. Now you must walk through it before the hour turns. It's not fear. It's not fantasy. It's faith. Faith is the access code that completes the transfer. Let the world say what they want. Let the doubters laugh. Let the envious whisper. But tomorrow, when your phone displays the new balance, the whole room will go quiet, the number will lie. The breakthrough won't hide. And your silence will be louder than their opinions. You didn't come this far to miss it now. You didn't survive everything just to end in regret. You didn't click this message just to walk away unchanged. There are no coincidences at this level. Only divine instructions. You followed them this far. You've read line after line because your soul knew this was different. And now all of heaven is leaning over the edge, watching to see, will you activate it? Will you open the portal? Will you finally say yes to what's already yours? This is the wealth of kings, the wealth of nations, the wealth of those who never bowed to brokenness. And it has been coded to your spiritual DNA since the beginning. But it's expiring tonight at 9 p.m. sharp. The sequence ends. The file closes. And all you'll be left with is the echo of a miracle that almost landed. Archangel Michael says, "This will be the final time I speak this message because the scroll has reached its end. From this point forward, your faith writes the final signature. Your belief completes the divine receipt. Your obedience unlocks the deposit. You are not a dreamer anymore. You are a receiver. You are not a servant of poverty. You are a child of royalty. And this $5 million is not a gift. It is your inheritance. This message is now complete. The moment is now live. Heaven has said what it needed to say. And Archangel Michael is releasing it into your hands. Respond. Believe. Before the hands of the clock hit 9 p.m. Because after that wealth moves and you either move with it or you watch it pass, Archangel Michael says, if you are still reading, then your name is glowing in the divine ledger. You have not missed it. You are still eligible, but only for a few more breaths of time. Heaven is still waiting. The vault door is still open. But the final flicker of light is dimming as the countdown to 9 p.m. races to its finish. This is not just a deadline. This is a spiritual closure point, a precise moment where your decision either triggers the flood or stops the flow. There will be no extension. No backup plan. No layer. And once the gate shuts, the $5 million will be reallocated, not to punish you, but because divine order cannot pause for indecision. Right now, angels are hovering over your environment, waiting for one final signal from you. Not from your lips, but from your soul. From the deepest part of you that knows this moment is sacred, different, appointed. You've had chances before. You missed them. But this is not like before. This is the last door. The one built only for you. Do you remember every time you nearly had it? That financial blessing, that opportunity, that miracle, and it slipped. That wasn't fate. That was a test. And now, you're standing at the test's conclusion. Will you pass into abundance, or will you fall back into delay? Archangel Michael says the $5 million is not a fantasy. It is waiting in divine escrow, visible to all of heaven. But your yes is the last authentication code. The time is now. The angels have checked every spiritual balance. Your account reads, cleared for overflow. But the system demands full alignment. No fear. No delay. No hesitation. Even the shadows that once surrounded you are pulling away, because they know they have lost. They know they no longer have the legal right to block your blessing. They've held your finances hostage for long enough. Tonight, the chains fall. The restrictions shatter, and your inheritance is released with power. This is not just about a number. It's about the freedom tied to that number. The peace of not worrying about food. The power of saying yes to dreams without calculating fear. The joy of funding other people's miracles. That's what this $5 million brings, real peace. And once it lands, it will never be stolen again. There are spiritual laws that govern the movement of wealth. And one of those laws is this. Belief unlocks blessing. Delay dissolves destiny. You have arrived at the moment of unlocking. You are standing before the floodgates of everything you've cried for. This is where your old story ends. And your new one, filled with abundance, laughter, and ease, begins. Archangel Michael says, the vault of heaven has been cracked open. Your name is etched into the gold. But you must claim it with your decision, before the hands of the clock betray you. Don't let fear speak louder than your future. Don't let doubt bear your divine moment. This is your crossover. Your covenant. Your coronation. The numbers are not random, the amount is not vague. $5 million.00 is heaven's chosen number for your restoration. It will land with such force that it will repair what trauma never could, it will silence lies that words never could. It will open doors that keys never could. And all of it is tied to this moment. You're not just receiving money. You're stepping into legacy mode. This is wealth with a purpose. Power with compassion. Influence with holiness. You will change lives with this money. Peel generations. Disrupt systems built to keep you small. And it starts with one response. This is the final moment of activation. The angels are closing their scrolls. The time has nearly expired. You're either inside the vault when it seals or you're outside watching it close. And that choice is yours. Archangel Michael says the next sound you hear will be the silence of decision. It will either echo with divine applause or fade with the sorrow of delay. You've waited too long. You've carried too much. You've been too faithful to be left out now. Step through the portal. Activate your inheritance, luck in your portion. $5 million is real. It is yours. It is now. And once more, as the curtain falls, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. But no amount compares to what heaven is trying to place in your hands tonight. Believe boldly. Because 9 p.m. is coming. And it will not wait. This is it. The final pulse of the divine transmission. No more pages. No more signs. No more time to waver. The gates are not just closing. They are vibrating with pressure. Seconds from sealing shut. Archangel Michael says you have been warned. You have been guided. You have been chosen. Now, all that remains is your movement. Move or miss it forever. In the realm beyond time, the blessing has already been dispatched. $5 million is not pending, it's circling. Waiting clearance to drop into your world. You have never been this close before. You think you've seen miracles, but this is not a miracle. This is a holy transfer, a shift in financial gravity. The rewriting of your entire relationship with money, power, and purpose. You are now being weighed in the spirit. Not to judge you, but to qualify your readiness. Heaven does not need your perfection. It needs your agreement. You don't have to understand everything. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to be willing to receive. Willing to believe. Willing to act. Right now, time is collapsing. In the spiritual realm, everything is accelerating. What once took years will now take days. What was delayed is now demanded to arrive. But only for those who say yes while the light is still on. And right now, that light is flickering. A divine window is closing. That sacred vault is sealing. Archangel Michael says, this $5 million is not just about your bank account, it's about your identity. You are not a beggar. You are a builder. You are not overlooked. You are appointed. This was all part of the plan. Even your past was preparation. Even your pain was proof that you were worthy of something greater. And that something is now arriving. The next person who calls you may be the one carrying the contract. The next email you open may be the one with the confirmation code. The next notification may be the one that breaks you into tears. Because suddenly, and surely, the transfer will hit. And the world will ask, how? But you will know the truth. You will remember this message. You will remember tonight. You will remember 9 p.m. Not as a time, but as a threshold. A door you almost missed. A moment that almost slipped. But you caught it. You acted. You claimed it. And because of that, your entire lineage shifted. Archangel Michael says, you are no longer cursed. You are no longer delayed. You are no longer bound. You are loosed. You are risen. You are funded by heaven's vault. Let this truth settle in your soul. Your drought is over. Your desert is ending. Your wealth is walking in. From this point forward, your name will carry a frequency of favor. Banks will approve you without explanation. Opportunities will chase you down. Rooms you used to be locked out of, they will open on command. Because heaven has branded you with wealth. Not just physical wealth, but the kind that transforms regions, changes laws, heals families. The $5 million is the down payment on a new realm. One where you never worry again. One where you stop surviving and start governing. This is your territory. These are your resources. This is your moment. And it only requires one thing, that you don't hesitate now. Archangel Michael's voice is growing faint. Not because he's abandoning you, but because his task is complete. He has delivered the message. He has spoken the truth. He has opened the vault. And now, it's your hand that must reach out and receive what was always yours. Final reminder from heaven. The vaults will fully close at 9 p.m. Not figuratively. Not spiritually, literally. When that hour strikes, the wealth will either land, or leave. No backup window, no secret door. That means now, you are standing at the edge of destiny. One more step, and you walk into the realm of the fulfilled. Stay still, and you will relive this message in memory. Not in manifestation. To let the angels record this. That when heaven called, you answered. That when $5 million came knocking, you opened the door. That when the vault of eternity turned toward you, you stepped forward in boldness. You did not fear. You did not fold. You rose. Archangel Michael's final words echo now. Well done, beloved. The flood is yours. The favor is real. The funds are released. Now breathe. Now receive. And as one last gesture, if you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. But remember, no gift is greater than your belief. $5 million has now been dispatched. The vault has responded. The angels have rejoiced, and your name has been funded. Archangel Michael says, this is no longer prophecy. This is fulfillment. The spiritual wire has been initiated. A final clearance must come from you. Even as you read, the blessing is being processed in the heavenly ledger. The angel with your scroll has reached the bottom line. One final signature is needed. Yours, the currency of this blessing is not in gold or paper. It's in obedience. It's in belief under pressure. It's in choosing the divine over the delay. You've had voices in your ear telling you to wait. A second guess. To stay where you are. But those voices aren't protecting you. They are delaying your wealth. Right now, the system is giving its final alert. Authorization required by 9 p.m. Do not misinterpret this final chance. This is not a test. It is an invitation to be unlocked. The $5 million is already moving. The divine account has been routed. Your spiritual vault has reached full volume. The coordinates are set. The only thing that can stop it now is inaction. Archangel Michael says, even I, who fight demons and tear through delay, cannot override the law of divine timing. The blessing must be received willingly. You are seconds from missing it, or moments from mastering it. That's how fragile and holy this moment is. And heaven does not repeat itself for those who walk away from appointed miracles. If you walk now, the door doesn't slam. It vanishes. You won't see it tomorrow. You won't even feel it in the spirit. It will pass silently into the hands of someone who simply believed faster. Not better. Not holier. Just faster. Let this sink into your soul. God chose you. Heaven prepared this for you. Archangel Michael delivered it to you. But only you can open it. Only you can receive it. So ask yourself in this final breath before the divine gate closes, are you going to repeat your old patterns or break into your new promise? The $5 million is real. The gate is open. The presence of angels is surrounding your atmosphere. They are holding their breath, waiting for your final move. And if you're still reading, then that means there is still time. Seconds, not minutes. Moments, not hours, but even a moment in God's hands is enough to shift eternity. Archangel Michael says, I have fought for you. I have protected your name in divine systems. I have preserved your vault. Now my hands are lifting. The scroll is closed. The silence will follow unless you act now. This is not a warning. This is the conclusion. You will remember this message for the rest of your life. Either as the moment everything changed or the moment you all must receive your greatest miracle. Let this be your declaration right now. I will not miss what is mine. I will not delay what was predestined. I will not allow doubt to cancel what heaven approved. Because I believe. Because I receive. Because I know this is my hour. And as the sacred seal descends over this transmission, let the heavens mark your obedience. The vault is closing, but if your faith is active, the funds will be released. The $5 million is no longer pending. It is delivered. It is yours. It is done. One last time, if you wish to express your support further, but more powerful than thanks is faith and more eternal than money is obedience. The angels now return to the throne. The portal closes in seconds. The rest is in your hands.